Come on now. Y'all already know what this is. First things first. God did this. Don't get mad with us. I'm your humble host, your man, your myth, your legend, Eric Knight. And we got the one man and the only man that can check into the Heartbreak Hotel. That's the Heartbreak Prince himself. Yeah. I know what y'all are probably thinking, Eric, where's the energy at? You think I got any more energy after the BS I just seen today? Please. I am beyond sick to my damn stomach. I wish I had a whole liter, a Canada Dry right now. I can't believe this. I really sat here and said to myself, we sat here as a collective group and said, you know what? There's some possibilities. There's some possibilities. Oh, hey, I know, Bland. I know. I
What up,
questioned if I
Bland?
wanted to do it too.
We were debating on he was yeah, we were just debating before pressing the big button. We were like,
um,
should we do it?
but consistency is key. And that's what I try to go off of. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, WWE ain't been consistent for a long time. And this is pure example. I can't even fathom. I don't know how. This is why when we sit there and we watch Unreal and we say, damn, it's a bunch of
Same.
dummies at the table just saying, what's next? What do we do? Yeah. Because I'm still trying to figure this BS out. First of all, the damn box. The box.
Just 1 minute. Oh,
You gotta be
I
kidding
never
me.
thought.
The box, bro. The box. You gave us the box. Now, y'all teased this box for a few weeks. For a few damn weeks. I'm thinking, what's in the box? Who's in the box? I thought, hell, Triple H might come out the box and say it's a new era. It's going to be epic. No. I all respect to my man Dan Hazen. I'm a fan of him. I liked him in the Indies. I loved him in AEW. Person, everybody. Ah. But this was not something that was needed. This was a very unnecessary, very unwanted, very lukewarm, just everything under the table. This was trash, bruh. This PLE was garbage, hot garbage. I called Mr. Xclusive. Y'all want to believe how many curse words he said on the phone? I was right there with him. I was on a live watch party. My man, shout out to the Square Circle Boys. Polo, I was on there with all of them. Y'all would have seen my reaction. I was pissed the whole time. Threw my glasses off, like when Den's.
Damn, damn, damn!
I'm sick of this. This is trash, bro. Like y'all. Oh, oh boy. And the post show. The post show? Want to talk about a joke? Man, I I'm gonna tell you right now. You know what y'all got out of me? Crazy damn Kyle.
You suck! You suck! You suck! You suck! You suck! You suck! Marcel Martel! You suck!
Now replace the Marcel Bartel with Triple H. Cause you suck, bruh. You 100% suck. This sucked. This was trash. Now, I told y'all, and you know what? We got to talk about this. We got to talk about this because, again, I told y'all, I've been saying this. Everything that we've been seeing in the commercial was revealed. Rhea, she in the commercial. Where's she at? Going to Mania against Jade. Oh, Liv, she in the commercial. What's she doing? Going up against Stephanie. Oh, we didn't see Cody win the chamber. Well, what happened? What was the BS that Nick Aldis gave? I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't even smoke cigs. My dad do. But this made me want to buy a damn pack of Newports and just Just start smacking the damn box. Just, well, I'm that pissed, bro. I'm hot. I'm hot. I can't get these 3 hours back in my life. You know what I kept saying when I kept seeing this BS? Damn, I should have been watching Collision. Yeah, I said it for you tribalists out there. I should have been watching Collision because this was bull. Exactly what Bland said. This was bull. I hated everything about this. Y'all, like, come on, man. Heartbreak Prince, man. What's going on with you, man? How you doing, bro? I gotta just gotta take a second to myself, man. I've been stressed for the last 3 hours. I'm surprised I'm not looking like Barack Obama in 2016 when he was done in presidency with a whole full gray of hair.
And the OJ
I,
walk.
I'm so sick of this. This was horrible. Horrible. I don't even think Mother Night watched it. I told her, I said, go and watch the show. You know, I'm about to talk about this. She said, tonight. I said, yeah, right now. God damn, man. This was so garbage, man. Oh my God, man. Well, let's
Yeah, I mean, I, I don't even know. I mean, it was what we expected for the most part. You know, I know your frustration. I see your frustration, and you don't really have words to really kind of ease the frustration. But you know, Triple H was so proud of himself
wasn't it?
in the post show, especially about the move with the guys Elimination Chamber. And you know, I just have to I have to give him an applause because the pride that he had, and he said, you know, nobody saw it coming. You know, everyone thought it was going to be Cody that was going to win the Elimination Chamber. So to have that swerve right before WrestleMania that nobody saw coming with Randy Orton winning the Elimination Chamber, and you know, just he's the Viper, he can do anything at any time. You know, and so I'm sure Cody thought he was going to win, and he just was so proud that they made a last minute change or swerve to the Elimination Chamber going into WrestleMania. That I don't even know what to say. Like he lit up like a Christmas tree about the fact that he swerved all of the fans that thought Cody Rhodes would win. And I thought, if that's the best you had, to offer for WrestleMania and for changing up the creative, then hey, at least you tried. It's getting to that point where you just say, hey, at least you tried. At least you tried, baby. That sad pep talk your mom gives you.
Yeah.
When she know you're not good enough to actually, to make the team. Yeah, at least you tried, baby. Don't feel bad. That's all. That's the best you can do. I
love your positivity, Heartbreaker. I love it. I love it. You are warming my spirits right now. I'll tell you.
You got to laugh to keep from crying because the whole time I was sitting there watching the show and in match after match.
Just 1 minute. Oh,
You gotta be
I
kidding
never
me.
thought.
Police always messing with me and my friends when we go out. Can't never have no fun. What's happening, huh? You want some too? Sick of y'all. Oh, I swear to God.
That's how I was feeling the entire time. And I love wrestling, and you want to see, like, you really want to see the WWE succeed in their production and what they do and all that kind of stuff. And but at the same time, you're setting yourself up to for failure if you expect anything like different. Like, I mean, the men's elimination chamber match, like Trick, the way he came out, that entrance of the night.
Yeah,
Entrance
man.
of the night.
Yeah, man.
And I thought this right here is like, oh, they're showing the signs of like a star, like what a star would look like. And then they eliminated my boy Javon Evans and Trick back to back. Like, yeah, get out of here. Get Logan Paul, and to Logan Paul of all people, just eliminate them left and right.
Right.
Which you knew, and that's the thing. You knew this was setting up for interference from the vigilante.
Division, yeah.
You knew it was setting up for it. And so it just made sense as to why it was so important to have somebody from the Vision in this match, which is why Logan Paul ended up being the next option when Bronson Reed couldn't make it in. And so, you know, it is what it is. Like, you knew Finn Balor was losing. You knew, you know, for the most part, Rhea Ripley was going to win. We were hoping they would just do another swerve and go with Raquel Rodriguez. But when Rhea lost the belt, everybody felt like, oh, Lord, Rhea's getting ready to win the Elimination Chamber. And what was crazy was she barely sold the fact that she was just in the match the night before and was holding her, you know, and had back issues. But it is what it is. And then, you know, again, one thing I did think they got right was the Becky Lynch AJ Lee match, as far as having AJ Lee win the match, because I feel like this story can be taken into WrestleMania for a rematch, you know, situation. And so, you know, now was that really a big surprise, like for anybody? I don't know, maybe, you know, if you really expected Becky Lynch to retain over AJ Lee, but I just thought it just shaped up well. That she's in Chicago, Punk's in Chicago, Punk's gonna win. AJ Lee, it'd be a great story if AJ Lee wins in Chicago. It's just, you know, it's just kind of the way it was. So that's how I'm trying not to be like so heartbroken about it and just let it ruin my mood. Heartbroken about it, you know, and let it ruin my mood, because at the end of the day, they really delivered on everything that they, you know, like I said, outside of Cody winning, which once it came down to Randy and Cody, you know, it was like, well, please let it be Randy, you know, at least let him get his 15th title, because you don't want to see, you know, nothing against Cody. I just don't want to see him main eventing WrestleMania again. But this thing with Nick Aldis, as a matter of fact, I want to give a credit to my sister-in-law, Ashley. She called me immediately after we were on the phone, but I was watching when Aldis came on, and he said, I told you, Drew McIntyre, about, you know, interfering in the matches, and because you keep interfering in the matches, you're going to be defending your, you know, your championship on the line on SmackDown this week. And I said, oh no, please don't tell me Cody wins this title back on SmackDown, because he's in the commercial, and you have Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, and that's how Cody Rhodes gets into WrestleMania. I said, oh no, are we going to really be doing this? Is this really going to happen? So we have to wait and see. We have to wait and see, because it's not quite over for Cody just yet. But yeah,
there he is.
But as Ashley said, really quick, the man himself, Mr. Exclusive, thanks for joining. But real quick, as Ashley said herself, why would you do this? Make this exception for Cody when the same thing happened to Jacob Fatu? Then why didn't you give him the same thing? Because Drew interfered just the other day and cost Jacob the ability to get into the Elimination Chamber. And now, because he interfered in the Elimination Chamber, Cody gets another match with the title on the line. Then Jacob should get another opportunity as well. And I was like, but that's creative for you. You know, that's the way the things are right now.
Mr. Exclusive.
Mr. Exclusive.
What are your thoughts, man? What you think about the BS?
I'm sorry, guys. On behalf of the WWE creative team, I'm sorry, guys.
I wasn't even going to get on here. I told Eric, I said, Eric, I don't want no parts of this. I don't. But after we got off the phone, I got madder in the car. And then I turned on and watched you guys and listened. I said, no, I got to go say something, because this is some bull. Whew, boy, I swear they hate us.
Nah, you know what's funny? What's funny though? For Triple H to say everybody thought it was Cody, it was gonna be Cody. I said, yeah. See, that's how I know y'all listening.
That's how you know you.
That's
listen.
how I know we everybody, because it's like.
And so you did it.
Commercial.
You did it just so you could say you changed something. You did something different. But
nope.
But what did you change though? Because it's like what you changed, because again, if you putting Cody in this match at SmackDown and then he wins, oh well, again, that's already been revealed because we know about the damn commercial. And then
There's no way Cody's
what
not
are
in
we,
WrestleMania.
we're gonna have Cody face somebody else. You're gonna have Cody face somebody from the '03 class, and what have him lose a Mania again? So then Randy can make number 15, and we can put that on the screen when he loses to Randy. That's what we gonna run that back again. John Cena beat you last year. Now Randy about to beat you this year. That's what's about to happen, huh? Okay. This was ass, man. This was trash. I kept saying all this whole PLE. I should have been watching Collision. I should have been watching Collision.
Hey, at least we got Seth back. I mean, Seth returned.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And I can tell it was
What?
Seth just by, I know it's going to sound crazy, but just by his hands alone. I said, this is crazy. As
Hey,
soon
yo,
as I
I-
saw the dude grab her, I said,
That's the
Seth's
craziest
hands.
thing.
That's crazy.
I said the
I don't
same
know what
thing.
that makes me, but I knew by
No.
hand.
So
I said,
when
yo,
look,
this
that
is Seth.
HB Prince, that's the craziest thing. 'Cause when we were all together, I was telling the group, I said, guys, I said that's Seth because his hands are. I said I have
It was
His hands are
him.
massive.
I have shaken Seth Rollins' hands before. Like, I'm not trying to put on a front. I got a picture to prove it. I shook
That's
this
right.
man's hand before, and then I got big hands, right? Seth Rollins' hands were unusually bigger than mine. I said, "What the?" I was like, and on top of that, unusually soft for somebody who's in the ring. I said, "How you doing today?" He said, "How you doing?" I said, "Man, that's weird," but I
You know he got that money. He got that good
you're
lotion. I don't know
But
what
I
kind
don't
of
know what
lotion
he
he got.
uses. The lotion is top notch. But anyway, I saw the same thing. HP Prince, and I remember saying, "Oh shoot, that's Seth," because I've seen those hands before. No
Yeah.
Diddy, whatever.
His
But
hands gave
I
it
didn't
away.
say it.
Yeah,
I-
that's what I said.
I
Yeah,
just
that's-
said I watched this, and we knew last night. Soon as Rhea and them lost them belts, and we said it on the show, if
Yeah.
they lose them belts, Rhea winning that match,
yeah,
and it happened.
yeah.
And it happened just like, I said, okay, too predictable. There's one. Then we all kind of
All right, Corey.
knew AJ, may win,
Yeah.
but like I
Yeah.
was telling Eric before y'all got on, I said, Eric, I'm like, Becky carried her that whole match.
The
Yeah.
whole match.
Like,
Whole match.
you could see her mouthing things, trying to tell her,
Yeah.
hey, punch me, this and that.
Yeah.
Like, and the camera people, they should be shot. They should take them
they need to get
and
fired.
put new camera people in there, because it's insane that you're not even doing a good job of protecting the business. So my thought process was, oh, they probably just doing this so they can show this on the real season 4. And I'm like,
Mhm.
all right, come on, guys. Like, what are we doing here? Like, this is bad everything. Bad camera work. AJ, you could tell like she probably got a little tired towards the end, and obviously she was supposed to win. And I just, what you say, HB Prince?
Did she seem nervous to you, AJ
She
Lee?
did.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
I mean, and look,
Especially
it's
when
her
she first got in the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, it's her first singles match in 10 years. And this is another thing I hate about these WWE part-time situations. You don't give these people no prep match or two prior to them getting back in the ring. Like, if you're getting back in the ring, I say, hey, I got to see you once or twice. You know what I mean? And I just, now what did they do with this storyline? We talked about it earlier. If I told you the only thing that would make sense is if you do it and then you say, hey, here comes Roxanne Perez. I can deal with that. But all right, that match, whatever. Then, Finn,
Man.
so
Yeah, we need to talk about that. But yeah, let's talk about that BS. I'm ready.
So let me tell you what pissed me off about this. So it was a little bit of a slow start, which I get. Now, first of all, shout out to CM Punk. They went old school Chicago Bulls. I'm up in that jank. Ding, 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 ding. I was like, you can ask Kenny and them. I have my ear near the TV. I said, if I hear and now, I'm flipping.
Yeah,
It's
that,
like,
yeah.
and now. I was like,
And now.
so I was hyped about that. I was like, okay, that's all cool. These entrances tonight, 87 minutes long. Out of control entrance, especially in the chamber. We'll get in that in a minute. So I sit there and I said, all right, cool. This match is going on, slow start, starts to pick up in the middle. They start doing some exciting things. It's getting good. It was getting good. And then out of nowhere, they were hugging. And while they were hugging, next thing you know, here comes a GTS. And the match is over. I'm like, that's how you ending this? If Punk's going to win this match, make it dramatic, make it climatic. It was just literally like, you could see them holding each other like they were tired. He picked them up, dropped him, match. And I said, that's how you're going to end this for Finn? After all these weeks of buildup, you can't even get him a thrilling type of end?
You couldn't have the Judgment Day jump in. You couldn't have anything else
Nothing.
happen.
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing at all. Then at one point, I thought, okay, Finn might win this when Punk hit him with the GTS and then Finn rolled out.
Right.
And then when
I
he
said,
kicked him
okay,
to
he
the
got his shot.
barricade. Yeah. I'm like, okay, this has got to be the time for Finn. No.
Right.
Y'all are trash. The cameramen are trash. Hell,
Yep.
I'll even say the people in catering are trash. I hate every single one of y'all right now for this.
It's insane work, bro. Like, I've never felt so upset watching. And I didn't show it while I was over there with Kenny and them, but in the inside, I was like, this dumb. This is really dumb.
Well,
And
you showed your emotion on the phone. I knew.
I had to get out of this.
I ain't never heard this many curses out of you.
I had to get out of the element because I was like, I'm not gonna be up in these people's house hot. I was like, because Kenny and my people, I was gonna be respectful. When I got in the car, you called, it broke something out of me. I was good. I was gonna take this long 25-minute ride to the house and just be like, I'm gonna go sit home. I ain't doing it. I even told him over that I ain't doing the show. I said, I guess I can't even do the show because I'm gonna be mad. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to concentrate. But I don't know, man. It was hard to watch.
You know what it was? I think it's because when I called you, and the first thing I said, this PLE was ass. And then once I said that,
and you activated it, I was like, you know what? You're 1,000% right, sir. Let's go ahead and put this one back up. This right here.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
We knew it was coming.
What?
We knew it was coming, but nobody knows him.
It's like if you don't watch it, if you didn't see AEW, you didn't know who he was.
He should have been no pop. In Chicago is tough. No pop in Chicago is tough. So he should have been in NXT. And I don't know why. I have no clue why he's going to be on the main roster.
He should have been on NXT. You know why? Because if he came out, J Movie Mania and the rest of them would have got a chant for him, and then you could have got him over. See, look, I'm just like, I don't know what the hell y'all was thinking. Are y'all doing some kind of drugs? What is going on?
This man came out.
There's no way. Like,
this man came out to a dance number. And they come out to the dance number, and Bland is 100% right. The crowd was like, what the F? And then they booed. And I said, they're booing him because you hyped this up like this was going to be Jericho or somebody else out of the blue. And you'd be like, oh, somebody that everybody kind of knows. And then it's Dan. And I feel bad for Danhausen. They set him up because it's not fair to him. And I feel like that should. If you're going to now I want you to understand who they put in NXT and who this man went from AEW and jumped. Royce Keys, ain't seen him since the Rumble. All ego, still on NXT. Ricky Saints, still on NXT. But motherfucking Danhausen gets to jump.
I almost forgot. Blake Monroe. She's on NXT.
Monroe. And
the hell she doing there?
Danhausen, who couldn't even get going really on AEW, and gonna say we're gonna put him on the main roster. I almost threw up in my mouth.
I did. I threw up for real.
Danhausen came out with the Count Chocula's. Yeah, the Count Chocula's. Hey, now I will say this: the dance number was pretty shifty. I said, okay, I'm up in there talking about some. I'm over here doing the 1960s. I'm doing the swim man up in there. Like, man, what is this?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I did laugh. I laughed pretty hard when he hit the joint like that.
Bro, and that little the pyro was so bad. It was like, I think,
but that's how it's supposed to be. Like when he's. So I was like, all right, bro. Like, but again, this is not something we like.
I'm not gonna say I'm not.
That's just.
This is gonna sound mean, but I know the next 2 weeks I'm gonna be busy and I'm not gonna be on the show. I think I might need this break. they pissed me off so bad. I'm like, bro, and that's why I was like, at first I wasn't gonna say, you know what, let me get on because I need to get this out before I go on my hiatus. And this is disappointing, Eric. This is disappointing, Eric, because there's so much talent on this roster, and it's just not getting utilized properly.
Nope.
And then you keep shoving, you say you want to get newer people, and you just keep shoving the older folks, it's like this 45, 46, 47, 8-year-old guys, no Diddy down our throats. And it is just, it is diabolical that this is continuing to happen. And I don't want to be mad, but I feel like I could have been okay with all the results of the match tonight if they were done properly. There was just something off about them. The women's match had a weird feel to it. It was just when it was Tiffany and Rhea left, I'm like, why? I mean, like,
And
I feel like the Chamber
there's
is
the
another.
2 women in the commercial.
Right.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
Dumbasses.
So if you're gonna do this, I feel like you have one of the people that you kind of want to get over, even if they lose. You want them to be in that final 2 to kind of give them a boost. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you get in the men's one, and then they eliminate Javon and Trick, and then LA, and I was like, and the way when they eliminated LA, I said, what is this? What is this? You know?
Look, it is. He's right though.
Yep.
He's right. Look, this was my issue with the women's chamber. Let me scoop my black ass up. So
hey, yo, they came out dancing like Unseen Soul Train Line.
No, for real.
That's a good one, Corey.
My problem with the women's match, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, first of all, Kiana James did the damn thing. I thought Kiana, and you know, one thing with that, you know, it was Asuka, Kiana, Raquel, Alexa. First of all, Alexa Bliss first one to get eliminated. Let's just get that out the way.
Mm-hmm.
Asuka took her out, did that whole thing. All right, whatever. Kiana James did her thing in that match. I said, come on, Kiana.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that pissed me the hell off, you had Raquel, big sexy, going crazy. Kiana James through the pod. Then you had her do a double elimination. I ain't never seen nobody do that before. But just for her to get eliminated.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then, you know, the kicker about it is like they did the double elimination. And one thing I didn't like is I felt like Raquel was smiling way too much. She was smiling a lot. She was in the, I don't know why she's smiling so much, unless she knows she's gonna win. And she gets in here and lose. I was like, all that damn smiling for you to lose. I said, girl, look, I am not. I don't know, man.
It's like this episode is nothing but a bunch of sighs. I promise you. Because I'm
sorry. I'm apologizing. People are gonna say y'all are complainers, y'all are whiners. I'm tired of WWE.
We're not wrong about this.
Call it whatever you want. You can say I'm whining. So what? This is a pity party. I'm gonna be out here whining until they figure it out. The product is trash. The product is dookie.
I should have watched Collision. This was garbage. I was pissed.
I should have watched Collision.
It was Collision, bro. I know for a fact. And I know it was a good show. I know it was a show. Because this was ass. It's just like, oh my God, bro. I just feel like it kept getting worse. And then I thought, all right, well, the PLE's over. You can't do any worse than what you did. And then you made it even more worse. You made it even worse. You had Nick Aldis set. And then you got him saying, we're going to put Cody in a match for SmackDown.
Man, as soon as I saw all this, them arguing in the back, I said, they about to hick on the bull. And then he come out there telling me something, I am tired of this. And now I'm going to show Drew. Well, where's Jacob in this equation? So you're not going to let Jacob at least get a chance? Because he did promise Jacob, like a week or so ago, he said, you're going to get your chance. That's what he did. Did he not say that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So unless you know, Drew's going to beat Cody and then face Jacob the next week, okay, fine and Dan. If you want to make Drew's road to WrestleMania hard by taking on these guys, I can deal with that. But I'm going to tell you right now, if Cody Rhodes wins that match, I'm going to have to walk out the room in Mania when that match come on because I don't even want to watch it. You're going to start boycotting matches or something. I will give Russ credit. Russ said, we fussing. Russ was like, when we was over there, he was like, we fussing, but you going to watch it? I said, you know I'm going to watch it. I don't want to. They pissed me off so bad. I don't want to watch it, but I know I'm going to still watch it.
Because you know what it is? And I say this all the time. It's the delusional hope that we all have. It's the delusional hope. We just hope. You know, it could get better. Why couldn't it get better? But it never gets better. And that's the problem. I don't get it. A lot of the stuff that happens on this freaking show, it writes itself. For some reason, your so-called creative can't even write a creative story that makes sense. This is crazy to me. How do y'all even say, yeah, we listen to the fans? What fans are y'all listening to? Bots? What the hell are y'all listening to when you talking about you listen to the fans or what you want? Because I ain't get a damn thing that I want yet. I ain't seen Fang get a title. I ain't seen my man Trick get none yet. Hell, we should have had Oba in the Elimination Chamber. He should have been one to take out Logan Paul.
Yeah,
ass.
they got this man out here fighting the Miz, and Miz talk longer than he wrestled.
BS, man. Y'all just playing games, man. Y'all just playing games.
Corey, something that's a good point. My sister-in-law, we were talking about that too. Was the fact that this PLE was only 4 matches, and we were talking about like fans paying to go to Elimination Chamber to see 4 matches, and I was like, yeah, I don't know why they did that. They probably could have had a few more the titles in there, maybe like the tag team titles or something like that. Just I don't know, 4 matches and at a PLE is kind of and I know Elimination Chamber matches take some time, but I guess we were just saying back in the day, like it seemed like Elimination Chamber had more matches than just 4.
It did because the first one was on Survivor Series of 02 at Madison Square Garden. I just man, this is beyond lackluster. I wish I could find a word to just describe bottom of the barrel, ass, trash, basuda, garbage. I got so many words for this. It's just so
Basuda garbage.
It's so terrible. I said, come on.
It's just the nature of the beast these days, where companies are giving you less but charging you more. They're not putting in the effort, to really go above and beyond and deliver the ultimate product. They just take what I give you and be happy.
I just feel like even the Seth reveal was like, oh well, we knew that was happening sooner.
Take what I give you
at some point.
Happy. Yeah.
And Bland said something I remember I posted in the chat. 45 minutes of entrances. All right. When Alexa Bliss came out there and was taking her time, I said, dang, Alexa Bliss taking a long time to get to this ring.
7:18 is it took 18 minutes.
18 minutes.
18 minutes. I was
for the entrances.
I have a thing about that type of stuff. Yeah.
I was like, I ain't never seen anything. I said, what the hell is going on? I said, okay. Then the men, everybody get out there and said, we're going to just climb on the cage.
Yeah.
This is the cool thing to do. I'm going to climb on the cage and just
I ain't gonna lie, though.
wave
Trick had
at
the
people.
best one, though. Trick had the best one.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
One.
Trick set the standard and everybody else in their mama want to go out there and do it.
Yeah, because when Trick did it, I was like, boy, I said, man, look at the superstar. I said, that's my dude right there. I said, hey, with the rotating, he was rotating and everything.
Yeah, the cube he was standing on rotating, that was dope.
Yeah. Larry said we waited a month to see that count from Sesame Street. Hey, that's crazy work. But he ain't lying, though.
That is, that was terrible. They really should have just had that done on Raw or on SmackDown.
Oh,
but to build up the hype as if it was really going to be something special, and for it to be what we got with Danhausen, however you say his name, I'm not mad at him. I just don't feel like they put him in the best position, and the crowd was booing after that. Like, I don't know. I just that was just another waste of time. That that man had a whole entrance coming in, and then you could see them peeking through the before the ladies came out to start the dancing through the casket.
Yeah, because you
could
see
them peeking
through
between the curtains. Yeah, is it right now written? Yeah, the camera angles and the way things were shot. This PLE was just wasn't great.
Yeah, it's just, man,
But Trick still was he was the star of the night for sure. That entrance, him on the cube, it rotating, the pop of light that came. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
How the camera panned on him when he was standing. I said, and I was on the watch. I said, come on, look at the aura off this man.
Yeah,
look how he said the stance. It's just how he. I was like, bro, that's what I be talking about.
And LA Knight is done. It's a done deal. It's a done data. It's a done data for LA Knight. It's a
I
done
ain't gonna
data.
lie, bro. He I love LA Knight, but he low key disappointed the hell out of me when he missed his spot.
Oh yeah, he
He
botched that.
dropped.
Yeah,
I was
he
like,
botched that. Yeah,
oh,
and
I was like, oh, he's done.
yeah, and I'm not, and that stuff like that's gonna happen in matches. I just don't. The fact that they eliminated him promptly out after they got rid of the brothers, and and then they got rid of LA Knight next. They just it's not happening. They're not, and I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. I don't know if LA Knight needs to be repackaged. I don't know what the deal is, but they are not gonna push LA Knight at all.
No, no.
I don't. They hate him.
Yeah.
They hate him. There's no excuse at this point. There's no indication that they're gonna give him that. I
Yeah,
can't
and
believe it. Finally, he
he
won
did,
it.
didn't he, Blaine? He did, didn't he? I forgot that. Hey, Paul had a beast of a elimination chamber.
They let Logan Paul come in here and look like a superstar. Now, granted, look,
And
Logan Paul can
no,
wrestle. I'm not gonna
yeah,
take that from
whatever.
him. But man, this is some bull. I came
But
in there and
Logan
said,
Paul
"There's no
killed
way."
Javon.
He almost killed him. See, and
was-
You saw the way he landed
that
on
is
his head?
something.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt bad for Javon because you could tell he didn't get it, and Logan just moved like nothing happened. I'm gonna tell you right now, if he ain't reprimanded for that, that's some bull. Because the way he dropped him on his head, that was dangerous. Like it did
Yeah.
not look, it didn't look clean, and like AJ, I think I don't know who said it at the when we got together, but AJ said they was like AJ made him look amazing when he did it. AJ made him look amazing when he did it. I don't think that was Javon's fault. Like when he picked Javon up, he just lifted him and he just let him go. And I'm like, oh, like it
Yeah,
just
he
didn't look
did.
like Javon had any opportunity to make it look like something. Boy,
Then you eliminate Trick right after. First of all, that's BS too.
Yeah.
I was just
Like,
like,
yo,
what is
like
this?
what? Like, oh my god, man!
So we said
I'm
it.
telling
They
you,
not gonna let him get high, bro.
I'm about to buy a pack of Newports and be like my dad for the night. Just smack the box and just be
Yeah, I was too.
stressed.
Yeah. Nah, I was too bland. When he landed, I said, Lord, let him move. Let him move. Please let him move.
Oh man, I'm sick of this, man. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I'll have one shot to say, you know what? We can turn this all around. We can give these people a WrestleMania that they'll want to buy. You could have had Finn. Now, what I will say is this about this whole thing with this Cody and Drew BS that's going on. What I think might happen is that I do think Jacob might interfere with this. Now, if that's the case, I in my opinion, I'm pretty certain this is about to be a fatal five way at Mania. Now I know that might sound crazy, but all the people that's involved in this, these are my picks. Obviously Drew, obviously Cody, obviously Jacob. Now it's Randy, and I also think it's gonna be Sammy. That's your fatal five right
I
there.
would,
Your five to stay alive.
man. I don't even know how am I
I'm
supposed to be
telling
excited
you.
about that,
I'm
man.
telling you. I'm telling you. You know why? Because the way Sammy popped up on Jacob, Jacob got beef with Drew. Drew got problems with Cody and Drew and Sammy and Jacob, and now with Randy as well. Drew's the only one that got a problem with every single one of those four men. And it would not surprise me if that's the way they go, because I've been hearing some stuff they saying it's supposed to be like a fatal four-way, a fatal five-way. So if that's what we're doing, I guess you could say, oh, well, this is the story that we put up. Now, I really do think Jacob's going to be in that match at Mania, because they low-key did tease at it like a dumb long ago when him and Drew had a little face-off. Long time ago. That was a little bit before he got attacked. And everybody said, Drew attacked Jacob. But I know, I get it, Danny. I get it. I can see 4, but 5, I know it sounds crazy. But I know it does. But again, we got to think about how Sammy has to be a champion for his son.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if they let Sami Zayn in this match and he wins this match at Mania, I don't even know what to do. Like he's gonna have to show off the next 6 weeks, the next 7 weeks leading up to Mania. I'm gonna tell you right now, they have semi lost me after this pay-per-view. and they've got 7 weeks to figure that sucker out. I mean, I'm just gonna like I can't have back-to-back terrible WrestleManias. Not after what we got in 40, because 40 was a solid WrestleMania. I mean, it had its moments here and there, but it was a solid Mania.
Yeah.
Last year was dumpster water. And then if you're gonna come in here and give us more dumpster water in this one, I don't want no parts of that. You know, I'm not gonna spend $35 to watch crap. Like I'm not gonna. Man, look, y'all can say you're too emotional, but look, it's just like when you are like we've all been fans, most of us since we were like 5 or 6 years old. You can say whatever you want. You know, there are diehard football fans that have been fans of their team since they were 6 or 7 years old. And you know, people are all they laugh, you laugh at it too. Let me tell you something, man. It means something to us. Yes, it is. We know, ladies and gentlemen, we
Now watch
know,
every Sunday or Monday or Thursday.
know for a fact that it's scripted. But you can script it better than this.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like the whole part of it is to be entertaining. This is not entertaining. You can go, oh, y'all just complaining because who you wanted to win didn't win. That's part of it. We're not gonna lie to you. That's part of it. But also make it believable. Make it feel like, okay, this is going to be a good storyline heading into Mania.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
And fellas, y'all may have touched on it. I know I cut out for a minute. The devil is a liar. But Finn Balor, I was a little disappointed that WWE didn't take advantage of an opportunity to probably build a story with the Judgment Day getting involved with Finn and CM Punk. They just let it be a clean win, you know, for CM Punk, even though you did all the vignettes for Finn Balor, you know, on Monday Night Raw, kind of trying to reintroduce him to the world as, you know, Finn Balor of old. And I was really surprised at Judgment Day. Now, I know people can argue, but he told them on Raw he wanted to do it by himself. Now, when has that ever just been the case? Usually when wrestlers say that all the time, the faction still comes out. They still try to assist or help in some type of way. And, you know, and then it causes some type of consequence. And I thought that this would have been a great opportunity for them to kind of build that story and maybe build something towards Finn versus Dominic for the Intercontinental Championship, because we just saw Finn Balor lose clean to CM Punk in his hometown and or home country, and you know, for him to run it back in Chicago to lose clean again, I don't understand the purpose of having.
They trying to make Finn Sami Zayn.
Yeah, we shouldn't have.
They're trying to make Finn Sami Zayn right now.
Then you got Finn trying to shake CM Punk. Saying, I said, Finn, if you don't beat the brakes off of Punk,
slap the taste out of his mouth, man.
That's the sign that Finn is now he's a face. You know, like now he's crossed over and he's now a face.
He kept smiling. Did y'all peep that? He was smiling so much.
Smiling more than Raquel Rodriguez. And that's a lot of smiling because Raquel was smiling her tail.
Hey, Raquel was happy to be in a big moment.
Raquel was like, I'm in the Elimination Chamber. Don't smile at you big sexy.
He's like, this is plexiglass right here.
I look, Corey, I'm sorry. But that's the treatment he getting, Corey. Think about it. These clean wins, like, it's like they're trying to set you up for maybe this is like when right before Sammy, you know, was going on that hot streak, you think he may have had a chance. That's what it felt like. They was like, oh, they building Finn up. It's like maybe he's got a shot. And then after that, they just slowly move him back down.
Yeah.
They done brought his music back, got us hyped again. For what? For what?
Like I would not have done the vignettes.
Yes.
I just wouldn't have done the vignettes and putting the effort into what they did for Finn if they were going to just do this here and let him lose clean. And the fact, like I said, I just, again, the fact that Judgment Day wasn't involved, I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what's going to, like, now how do you get to a Finn versus Dom, if that's even going to be the case? It may not even be the case, but I'm just trying to figure out, how does Finn get out of the Judgment Day?
They got 7 weeks.
You know. And I don't know. Is there another PLE or anything between now and WrestleMania?
I don't think there's
the main roster. There's one on Saturday for NXT, but
I don't think
for the main roster.
There's not a Saturday night main event. I don't think that creeps in here before then. I haven't heard any whispers of that. Usually they've been sliding them Saturday night main events in there. But like usually after the Chamber, it's 7-8 weeks of build up. You know.
Hey, Danny, I appreciate you. Yes, sir. I'm here for Demon Finn, but
I'm good with that too. But
it's gonna be a minute before we get to that, I'm sure.
And he don't even want to bring it back because they keep doing Demon Finn wrong. I don't even blame him for that. Like, why would
I
I
don't
bring him
blame him
back
for that
if they have
either.
him
Yeah.
lose every time like that takes the
Takes the effect. It takes the magic.
it takes the magic out of
Something
it.
that y'all don't know nothing about anymore
Yeah.
because you just I
Um,
I might have to go
you
to the
know,
gym, bro.
yeah,
I got to get
I
this
mean, look,
aggression off, bro.
I know this is like a frustrating vent of a post show review, but let me just ask this. You know, did they get this right tonight with Rhea Ripley versus Jade and Randy Orton versus whoever he's gonna end up facing at the thing? Like, and is there a small any part of it that says like, you know what, this was the best option, you know, like at least they didn't give us Cody again because I know there's a lot of people that didn't want Cody to win. So the fact that they gave us Randy, like, was that satisfying? I like.
I can deal with
I just
Randy.
don't know if was it all this bad or was there some type of like saving grace in this? I guess is what I'm
Well, I don't know. Saving grace is a tough one. I will say this. I will say this. I remember we talked last night, and I said I could deal with Randy winning, and I can. I mean, Randy versus Drew. There is some story to that. I mean, it's a long story because that was all the way back from pandemic times when they faced off against each other for the title, and they switched titles back and forth. So there's a little bit of that in there. If you're going to push Randy trying to get his 15th title, okay, yes, I can. I'm all down for that as well. I can get with that, but that's not what we wanted. Like you had LA Knight, you had Trick. We knew Javon wasn't gonna win. Let's just be all honest. Javon wasn't ready for that match just yet. But if you're going to introduce your new star, you had that chance in Trick. If you wanted to reach the guy who's been climbing and climbing for the last 3 years and one of the biggest fan favorites, you could have went with LA Knight. Yet you decided to let my fault. Logan
Logan
Paul.
Paul.
Paul George. He must be talking about me somewhere. Logan Paul go in here and then eliminate all three of them.
All
And
three
I'm just
makes
like,
sense.
what? Okay. So I mean, I can deal with Randy. Now on the women's side, I get it because like at this point, you said it last night, HB Prince. If you're gonna have Rhea win and you still want Jade to have to look good in the title reign, you got
I
to
agree,
make it
Danny.
happen. This is a good chance to make her have a good win against a very solid opponent if you're going to try to push her to the moon. But that's not what this feels like. This feels like they're just going to take the title off her.
They're taking the title off of her.
And this is the way they're going to go about it. And I hate this for her because they really haven't given, we talked about that, they haven't really given her a chance. So there's parts of it, yeah. I'm very interested in the storylines. I feel like we're just going to get Becky and AJ again at Mania because I don't know if Roxanne's going to pop up the way I would have liked to have seen it happen. So I don't know. I don't know. They got 7 weeks.
I feel like Jade has to keep this title. She has to beat Rhea Ripley. I feel like Jade has to hold this title until Bianca comes back, until we can get this feud. Like, I would love it, but at the same time, we don't know what Bianca's timetable is with her finger. I just would hate to see like this title reign for Jade just end up being this empty. She just I don't know. I just feel like they have to feed. Jade has to win this, just in my mind, to keep some type of hope alive for a Bianca Jade feud for the title. Like because Rhea, I'm sorry, but we've been there, we've done that, we've seen Rhea be the champion like multiple times. It's not going to have the same impact to me. I don't know.
I'm there with you. I mean, I just feel like they go when they don't know how to develop the new talent the right way. They don't know how to. They give the new talent the titles. If they give them the titles, then they don't know how to set them. Like we've talked about, they don't know how to set up title reigns. We've seen it with Maxine Dupree. You give her the title, we get interested in what she could do as a champion. Take it away from her. Go ahead, you don't need it. It's gone. It's gone.
Dummies.
Okay. I'll even throw Dom in there. They gave Dom the title. Obviously, don't use him to me all the way. Probably does more work down in Triple AA than he does with the Intercontinental Championship. And what did they do? They took the title from him just to give Cena just a little love, and then they gave him the title back.
And I'm like, well, why even do that in the first place? I feel like you can't keep talking about you want to build up the younger talent and keep doing stuff like this. Like this doesn't even make sense to me. You're not building up the young talent. If anything, that's why people gave Ricochet a lot of crap about him leaving,
Yeah.
WWE to go to AEW.
Proving him
But
right.
we've seen the difference when he went to AEW and he's starting to shine.
Because
He's
when you make demands, you're with the man. Come on.
come on. I mean, let's
I'm
just
watching
look at
Collision
it.
after this. I'm telling you, that's the only thing that's gonna bring my
I need something
spirits
to
up,
boost my
bro.
spirit. But that's my whole problem, y'all. Like it's crazy to me. Like that's you have the young talent there, and then you don't know how to use them. I don't. They keep worried about, oh, how are we going to move into the future? You can't when you still got the 40-year-old. You don't give the guys a chance to move into the future. Then when you get the hint that the future is there, you said, no, not yet. How? And you can't keep saying
They're
no,
not
not
ready.
yet.
They're not ready. They're not ready. Oh, so you're gonna do it 2-3 years after when it's past that time?
Yeah,
When nobody cares? Like we've seen y'all do with a multiple amount of wrestlers.
yeah. And that's what I'm saying. You give them the titles and you give them miserable reigns. We've seen it. Even they did Tiffy like this. Tiffy got the title and they didn't know how to build her title reign. And she was just kind of like flinging around fighting Nia Jax every couple of weeks. And then she throwing that through one with Jay. It kept happening. So, I mean, it's been like this. The women's WWE championship has not been good the last 2 years.
Yeah.
No,
No,
it hasn't.
it is insane to watch them ruin their own product. What is this? Why do they hate us so much?
Well, Triple
I
H
don't
was
know.
very proud of the swerve tonight, and
Of
so
course he is. It's all
Nobody's
about the
seen
gate.
Randy winning.
Go ahead, tell him
How you-
HB Prince. It's all about the
Yeah.
gate.
it's all about the gate.
It's all
How
about
you
the
pay
gate.
it. But yeah, I don't know. At this point for Mania, I just don't see it getting any better, guys. I really think the best match that we have so far set up for Mania will probably end up being Roman Reigns and CM Punk.
Yeah.
And I think outside of that, I mean, it's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
And I know they got 7 weeks, but
They got 7 weeks.
I don't see them being able to build build a big. I think that the peak for this current thing of creative was probably WrestleMania 40. The way they did that with Cody finishing his story and the way how they did that, I think that was probably the best of creative we're going to get for a minute. Yeah, the title SmackDown do need that. Yeah, they. I mean, it's just I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I really don't.
But the crazy thing,
they raking in money. They got big Ram logos all over the mat. And
hey, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All on the ring posts and all that.
And we've talked about for weeks how SmackDown has been probably not the best show, but maybe at times maybe the best show for the last couple
For the
of
main
weeks.
roster. Yeah,
for the main roster. And we see it, and you're like, okay, but they don't know how to do the titles. Road Dogg got to lose his job. I'm sorry, like
they all need to lose their damn job.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Fire Bruce, fire Michael, fire who else is left? Road Dogg. Hell, you can fire any of them. That one bald dude. Fire the whole damn
bring up Sean, man. Hey,
they need new energy, man.
Sean the only one that need to be there.
Hey, bring Sean up the varsity. Bring Sean up the varsity.
I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you what I think too. So I think they got some people in creative already that could take this to the next level. Your guys like Bobby Roode and Abyss. When we watch Unreal, you see how like passionate Abyss is about the matches. And he's so worried that Bruce is gonna like skull him or something like that because the match is not, and it pisses me off because Abyss is you can tell like he put his heart into those matches. He wants them to be good. He wants to impress this sorry sack. Nope, we're not gonna do it. He wants to impress him, and it's just like, bro, like so. I think him, Rude, guys like that, they just need the proper chance to really shine. And what they're doing is they're putting Michael P.S. Hayes, who has been on this staff since the 90s. It's not the 90s anymore, man. It's a new generation. As much as I love the 90s, it's a new generation.
And my thing is, why would you even, first of all, Biz, I love you to death. Why the hell would you feel any type of pressure with somebody that recycles storylines? Why would you feel any kind of appreciation for somebody that takes a storyline from a SmackDown versus Raw 2008?
Bray shot up on the NIL. That's
On
funny.
the NIL.
Give him the NIL,
Come
baby.
on, bro. Like they no, for real. These guys, all these old suckers.
Yeah,
All
suckers.
these old
And you
suckers.
dig it.
Sucker.
They're the ones that are literally holding this company back. It's like y'all can't think of nothing. When you come up with something, it's the same. Like Bland said earlier, it's nothing but rinse and repeat. Y'all have no. Y'all don't give up nothing new. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I swear to
I
God.
mean-
And it's bad. My fault. I'm gonna just say this last thing. And it's bad in this social media era when you have fans pulling up old matches and old storylines. Like, oh, this looks familiar. Don't
Yep.
you think after a few times of that happening, you should say, all right, maybe we need to go ahead and make something new now. No, but you still do it because you think what you're doing is great stuff.
It's crazy. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
It's the logic, bro. It make no sense to me, man.
it really does.
You got to start to throw logic out the window when it comes to
You right?
to like they're not gonna do it, man. Like they're not gonna do it. At this point, it's just a money machine. They can't. They got to sell tickets. They got to sell
Yep.
tickets. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of pressure. Can you sell a seat if you make Trick Williams the main event of WrestleMania this year?
I mean,
He
I
just got
think
called up.
you can.
Now, in my mind, I'm like, I think you can.
I think you can.
I think it can be done.
The fans every week are telling us that.
But they don't believe it because the fans been telling us for the last 3 years, LA Knight.
they said no.
They dog walk him every week or every opportunity they get, I should say, every show, every opportunity.
But you
Um,
listen to the fans.
Because
know.
I'm telling you now, if you put LA Knight in this match, right? If he's going for the world championship, he wins this match, right? Could you imagine what the social media looks are going to be the next day? It's going to be, amazing.
I agree.
They can sell them tickets easy. They're not low, and that's the thing, Danny. You right 100%, brother. Like they could, they put the prices are insane. Like, what makes you think that people struggling right now? We about to go to war where I ran. Well, if we already started, like we have other things going on, and it's like, bro, what are we doing? It's too
I agree
expensive.
with this, Corey. Fact.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care, bro. And I am tired of them not caring. I know we complaining now. We're still going to watch the product because that's just what it is. Can't have a podcast without watching the product.
Exactly. That's what I said. That's the reason why we watch it at this point.
But I don't want
Yeah.
to. I don't want to come here and fuss every week. I want to.
Me neither.
All right.
I want to enjoy.
All right, so let's do this. Then let's try this. Before to close it out. I know I've been Mr. Optimistic all night.
I love it.
Somebody got to be optimistic,
Cause
because
I ain't gonna lie. Because me,
optimistic.
I'm telling you, me and Mr. Xclusive, we have been it has been nothing but complaint. We've been like this since I talked to him on the phone. We just like, no, this is trash. This is trash.
And right now I'm feeling
Fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
trying to get out of. Hey, don't go over the deep end. Come back. All right. So, yes, I just want to see what y'all creative mindsets would be like. You got 7 weeks. Can each one of you, and I don't put you on the spot.
Okay.
One women's match, one men's match that you think could be added to this card to make WrestleMania better. One, like each match and story.
Actor story or like creator story or actor story?
No, just whatever, like a story that you think like between whatever two women, whatever two men, or whatever, that could lead to a match that you think could make WrestleMania feel better or be better.
Ooh.
Than what it currently is. Like I just as an example, I think if for Trick Williams, you got 7 weeks to build some type of feud with Carmelo Hayes because Carmelo needs somebody that can be his foil right now.
Make it push him.
Because
that would work.
The Open Championships are just it's not allowing him to really have a feud with anybody to have like a meaning behind it. At this point, they have worn out the Open Championships each and every week. So like maybe there could be a story of Carmelo between Carmelo and Trick, kind of play off that NXT stuff. Carmelo, being seen as the bigger talent than Trick, and now Trick being where he is now, to me, who seems is bigger than Carmelo. Dare I say that? Don't cancel me. But I do think Trick is the bigger star between Carmelo and him.
I agree. I agree with that.
I would like to see a feud to start to take place between those two going into WrestleMania, and that'll be one thing I would like to see. For my women's match,
It's tough.
that's gonna be a
That's
tough
where
one
it's
as
tough,
far as
yeah.
story, because I'm already getting AJ and Becky, I'm assuming, for WrestleMania. But one you said earlier that I do think I like the idea of is Julia having and defending the U.S. title and having a good feud with what's my girl? You mentioned it earlier, E.
Kiana
Drawing a
James?
blank right
Kiana
now.
James.
No. It wasn't Kiana James. It was Io. Io,
yes.
Io and
Could work.
Julia having a good match, just because of the fact that I would like to see these two go at it. I think, I always thought Julia was a talent. When she first came into NXT, I thought she had it, but she just kind of got really just like stepped on by Stephanie Velcro. So now that Stephanie Velcro has strapped her down, Julia she seems like an afterthought. So I would like to see them build something between maybe her and Io going into WrestleMania for the next 7 weeks to make the title to make the women's US title feel like it's worth something, worth fighting over, sort of like what Becky has done for the Intercontinental Championship. So I think a match like that would be good to see too.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
I'm not
that is a
mad at
good
that.
one.
I'm not mad at that. What you got? You want to go first, Eric? Or
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you. This might sound crazy. But a match I actually wouldn't mind seeing at Mania, because I feel like it could be a thing that could really happen. Kyrie versus Asuka for the women.
that's
Right. I
a
feel
good
like,
one. That's a good one.
yeah, I feel like definitely with the whole thing that's been going on, I feel like that's a story that could like the whole. So I feel like that could be like Kyrie's redemption type, story for her. For the men, it's tough. I like what you said about Trick and Mello. I was like, damn, that was low-key what I was thinking. But honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I know
That's
I'll
good.
be taking
That's
it back to
Logan. That's a good
NXT.
one.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be good. I know I might be taking this back to NXT, but honestly, bro, if Trick and Javon had a match at Mania, I'm good with that. I'm good with that for real. I was gonna say Trick over, and I was like, we could run it back from Stand and Deliver and throw them in a match again, but I was like, nah,
No, not yet.
I'm
Not yet.
not yet. But
Not
because
yet.
they already kind of started the stuff with Trick and Javon anyway, so I was like, shoot, why not? We know their history. I'd love to see that at Mania. Plus, who
This
wouldn't want to say whoop that Trick in that big old stadium?
this is a good one, Corey. Tag
Yeah,
team
I haven't
division.
forgotten.
Lucha Bros versus
Yeah.
Usos could be a banger. I would be okay with that. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. I'm for the women, I'm gonna kind of stick with what I said earlier today, and that's I think if Roxanne is healthy, I
Yes.
really would like to see Roxanne make a play at AJ Lee, but AJ Lee has to be there. She can't just show up like 4 weeks. Like if they want to completely do it all the way, I think with Roxanne kind of being like all maybe a little buddy with her, and then maybe there's a turn to kind of push her towards that Intercontinental. I would be very intrigued by that, especially knowing their history. I think that would be a fun one for me. Um, I think on the men's side is really hard because um, you know, I feel like they're gonna probably have some like 6-pack challenge for the Intercontinental Champ. It'll be something like this, so
Hmm.
they just add people in there so they can make sure they get in the Mania. So I don't want to see nothing like that. But I think storyline is tough, man. Storyline. I mean, the Carmelo and Trick.
is a good one, but I feel like they've got to find a way. Um, I feel like they got to find a way to kind of push over too, and I don't want to see. I kind of don't want to see him and Brock. I know that's probably going to happen, but I feel like there's got to be somebody that they can, like do to just kind of push over a little bit to kind of get him over the top. So it needs to be like a wily veteran that can help push him along. But I don't know. That men's one is really tough. Oh man,
Seems like they might be pushing for Oba versus Rusev soon.
I saw
Yeah.
that too. I if it was Rusev Day, I'd probably be a little bit more happy on that because they need to
Rusev
bring
Day is
that.
every day.
They need to bring that back completely and make it Rusev Day again every day like it's supposed to be. I don't know, y'all. The men's one's tough. I do like Carmelo and Trick because I think they would elevate the mid card. Everything else is just kind of hard because I'm looking in my head and I'm like, okay, what about this person? What about this person? And I don't know because it's going to be hard to build a storyline between now and then. I mean, you can throw Finn and Dom in there, but I mean, I don't. We're going to see it, but I don't. That's not something that's going to make me like excited.
Yeah.
I, you know, eh, I don't know, y'all. It's so bad. Like it's so bad. Like I don't. I feel like they had chances to build some stuff during this. Maybe a Javon and Dom type of thing. I don't know,
I
but
thought
they've
about
got
that too.
yeah. I feel like they got to be some. It's got to be somewhere. Either the young talent is being showcased, right? That we've been coming to know and love, or it needs to be an older talent that's boosting up a younger talent and putting them over like something that we can kind of get into to see if they can overcome. I may need a little bit more time on that one, but the women's match definitely AJ and Roxanne.
Roxanne.
I think that would be a really fun one, and it would help give Roxanne the title because I think she could really thrive as an Intercontinental Champion. I think she'd be a good women's Intercontinental Champ. I really do.
And then one last cheap one that I want to toss in there that I would like to see because they always deliver and it's always a banger. But just to get the defended tag team titles on, or another way to get the tag team titles on WrestleMania, I'd like to see a ladder match, with for the tag.
Oh, for the
And
women.
I would like to see the Profits. I would like to
Oh, for the
see,
men.
yeah, for the men's. I would like to see the Profits involved. I'd like to see the MFTs. I'd like to see the Usos, New Day, like a brawl for it all type of thing. Just to get some of those, your favorite tag teams out there and to be able to have them on appeal because I don't think we've had the tag team titles defended at WrestleMania in a couple years. I think the last time was New Day versus the War Raiders when the New Day won them for the
Yeah.
12th time or something like that.
Mhm.
So I would like to find a way to get like multiple tag teams like back in start to put a little bit more focus on the tag team division, at least for the men's. I think they've been doing a great job with the women's tag teams for the most part, as far as
Yeah.
showcasing that. But just to get the men back out there, because I haven't seen Montez Ford in a minute, and it's like, come on, man,
He done put on some baby weight.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
He look a
He
little
did,
bit. He's a little
Come on,
stout.
I've been eating good. Y'all can tell.
Yeah, I mean, but look, if you ain't using him, he's got him back there catering all day. What do you think he gonna do?
Doing live
Exactly.
shows, and we wouldn't
Yeah.
even know he was still wrestling. They didn't pop up on that live show. I'm like, bro, wait,
Yeah.
my man's been, and he probably
But
catering to the wife. Yeah, I get it.
I'd like to see that because I do think those matches deliver. Sad that Gargano and Ciampa aren't still together because they generally are pretty good in those two. But that's just one easy one to toss out there, just in the sense of just like wanting to try to get the men's tag team division, some love.
Some type of love, yeah.
I feel that.
I think that as Corey makes a good point. What are they going to do with Gunther? And maybe him and Oba would be fun, but I don't think they want that because it's going to mess up what they got going on with both of them.
Yeah.
But that would be something I'd be interested in because I'm like, ooh, man, Gunther versus Oba would be different, But how do you make it clean where nobody gets, they don't mess up because Gunther's momentum right now is amazing. So, I mean, the only logical opponent for Gunther is Chris Jericho because he's got to put him down for the count. I mean, I don't know who else is, Randy, not yet, obviously, because he's going for the title. So it would have to be somebody, right? Like who would be right for that? I don't even know. Like they've done a really bad job of setting this up. That it's I'd have to go and like sit down and be like, okay, how do we do this? How do we do this right?
Man,
You
y'all
know,
got to excuse me for yawning so much, man. I've just been
no,
tired of
no,
the
Okay.
BS,
it's
man.
been a
I've
long
been
It's been
day.
so
long. It's been a
tired
long
of the
day.
BS.
It's been a long day. It's been a long week. It's been
I
a
just
very long week. You
all this
know,
eye crust. I'm like, what am I seeing? BS on my screen. That's what I'm
Yeah.
seeing.
you know. I mean, look, your sexiest day of the year
I
is
need.
tomorrow.
I need.
I need it.
So you know, you got a lot going on, man. Your sexiest day of the year tomorrow. So I mean, you know,
Oh
it's
yeah, yeah. 13 minutes.
yeah,
Yeah,
13 minutes away,
it's
Yeah.
brother.
crazy.
Happy early birthday, just in
Baby
case we
boy.
off it.
Thank you, man. Thank you. 31, man.
I look
31.
31 years of stress
31.
because
Yeah,
the WWE don't know what they got going
in a
on.
stress. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm about to be looking like Obama after his presidency, bro.
Hey,
Just
yo,
all
they
grays.
just straight gray all day.
All gray. All gray, man. Hey, all great, all great. Now let me stop. Man, but as always, please make sure y'all follow all of our social medias. I tell y'all this all the time. Y'all already know what to do. Facebook, we on that. X, we on that. Instagram, we on that. TikTok, on that as well. Hey, appreciate the love and support y'all been giving. Look, shout out to my man Corey. Shout out to Bland. Shout out to who else do we have up in here today? Was it
Danny,
Corey and Bland up in
Nicole,
here? Yeah.
Danny,
Yeah.
We,
Nicole was up in there. Appreciate that.
yeah.
Corey.
Yeah.
Corey,
Yep.
yep.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, yeah, y'all was up in here going crazy today, man. But appreciate shout out to
Larry.
y'all for staying
Larry,
up
yep.
in here
Shout out to
with us.
Larry.
Yeah, shout out to Larry too. Yeah, and we appreciate all the love and support y'all been giving. Hey, as I tell everybody all the time, make sure y'all keep liking it up, keep subscribing. Look, and when you keep doing that, you see how we did our people that came up on here on the live, man. We shout them out, give them highlights, let you shine too. We respond, we talk to you. Okay, you
Let
do
me
that.
talk to you.
I talk to you. Jesus Christ! I just
I'm
brought
sorry.
back the
I'm sorry,
memory.
Eric. I
I'm sorry. No,
apologize.
it's
That's my
okay.
fault.
It's
That's my
okay.
fault.
It's okay. Long lost cousin. I don't know, man. They've been doing all my long lost cousins dirty, man. I just thought about that, man. Like Eli Knight
Eli Knight. Nope.
lost with couldn't get a win.
Elliot.
LA
Yeah.
Knight
Nope.
couldn't get a win.
Yeah.
They're trying to shut the Knights down, bro. We're not gonna let it happen. We're not
Nah,
gonna let it
man,
happen,
we
bro.
not.
They're trying to shut us down, bro. That's crazy.
They did,
Hey,
man. But
Trying to
hey,
be
but
nighttime for real. Nah, brother. Nah.
the Knights have been up, man. The Knights have been up over the
The Knights
past
have
like
been
6 months. The Knights are getting a lot of shine.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
All the Knights across AEW, WWE, NXT. I see
Been
y'all out
getting it.
there. Yeah.
Hey.
Bentley. Hit him up every team looking. Yeah. The way when I'm broke. It's still a Mary for the dinner.
Okay.
I see the Knights.
Okay.
Yeah. What are going crazy, boy?
My man out there twerking and pretty much at Disney World. They got money getting it in.
I saw your woo walk.
Hey.
Man, that's 2020, man. That was a different time, boy. That's a different
I know
time.
it feels like forever ago now. Who ever thought COVID was 6 years ago? Crazy, right?
Oh
my
my
God.
gosh, man. Bland told me he said he needed this vent session. I
Yeah,
feel that,
man.
bro.
Hey, I agree.
I
I'm
feel like
glad
we
we got
all
it off
needed
our
it.
chest.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be
Better
back.
out than in.
I ain't doing no more shows until freaking what is it, March the 15th. I'm done. I need a 2-week break after this book right here because they don't love us. I just
Oh man.
what?
It's all right, baby.
Hey,
At least
just
you
like
tried.
what Michael Jackson said, man. All I want to say is that they don't really care about
Care
us.
about it.
All I want to say is that they don't really care about us.
You know what they do? They kick me, kike me. Don't you man, get out of there. Come on.
And I say, why?
Why?
Baby, it's just human nature.
Nature, why?
Why?
Do
Why
me
they do me
that
that way? Why they do me that way?
Oh my
Hey, we
God,
losing it.
man.
We
We're
losing it.
going crazy.
And
Oh
I
my
say,
God.
why?
Why? Tell him that it, man. Oh man. But like we tell you, man, just make sure y'all like it up. Keep subscribing as always. And we're gonna keep giving you that content the exclusive way, man. Y'all already know what it is. Oh man, but we had this good old vent session about the trash we seen today. Okay, look, this is over with. At this point now, We just gotta move forward. We gotta move on. You know, if we was in therapy, that's probably what they would tell us right now. I'm not a therapist, but I know they would tell us we gotta move on. And you know,
They
the
said how
Bible
they end
tells
last
us
night.
that sometimes we have long suffering. And to be honest, us as WWE fans that watch this, we have been long suffering for a long time in the fruits of the spirit. So you know what? Sooner or later, I'm gonna get my piece. So we gonna
Oh,
have it
my
soon.
brother.
Hey, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Oh man, but as always, I'm your humble host, your man, your myth, your legend, Eric Knight. We had the legacy make himself Mr. Exclusive, and the one man and the only man that can check into the Heartbreak Hotel, and that's the Heartbreak Prince himself. Because we are the exclusive nights, and we always ensure that we are the best there
Best
is,
there is,
the
the
best
best
there
there
was,
was,
and the
and
best
the
there
best
ever
there
will
ever
be.
will be.
And to always ensure that your nights will never
never be
be the
the
same.
same. It should have been
Hey, y'all keep fighting for y'all
It
life out there.
It should have been
Man,
trend.